I got real lucky just now. I made a boiler room down here, and then a passageway to keep the thing going. And I noticed when you're building, it actually does, there's a power line that goes up to the ones that pass power through. So I saw archives do it as well, and I'm like, screw it. Let's see what that does. I actually don't know if it does anything, but for sure there's power going through the archives right now. And then I happen to get a laundry room here. So, what do you do? Start treatment? Shoe shine. All of your steps. Wow, I could have 66 gems? Oh, God. That's 5 steps. That's... No. If I had a freezer right out, like, that I could make next, maybe. What? No. All of your remaining stars with all of your allowance. Oh. That is interesting. That wouldn't be that much different, though, actually. Okay, hold on. All of your dice with all of your keys. I have 0 dice. Interesting. So if I had 5 steps left or something, in like 10 gems, this would be good, because then I get a little more steps back and I just sacrifice gems. You heard something. You swap. See, the problem is I have 34 allowance and 40 stars. So all I'd be doing is bumping up my star count, or my allowance count by 6. Then I'd have 34 stars. If there was a bigger gap in between here, maybe I'd do that, but... Huh. I don't see a point in doing it right now, though. Well, not... Wait. I don't see a point in not doing it. I get 6 free extra allowance. And then it's not hard to get stars. I mean, you just draft an observatory. Okay, I guess this is going to translate to 6 allowance? We start with 40 now. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money to start with. Do you guys do anything different? No. Love this. I could sit there and farm stars and then just swap them. I don't even lose all my stars. Huh. Well, I can check that off the list. You know what the best part is? Okay, I have 65 steps as well. Right, I need a key card for that room. Cloister and Foundation are the only ways I can build up, and I'm going to do that eventually, but my main task... Apparently you can put the Secret Garden on the east, by the way. I learned that just now. $42. That's a lot of money. I am going to get into this room, and we are going to test some fireplace things, assuming I have the steps for it. I don't like that I put a gym right in front of it, but it should be fine. All right. Switch is pressed. I just learned something as well. You do not need to use the basement key again in the Foundation, so I could have been doing that at any point. Also, while we're here... You. Orinda. They wrote this on the back of the Realm and Rune book that was torn out. On the back of the book, it says red banners with a scratched out Marshall and Fog. And I think it was supposed to be everything the same as Fen Ares except for black instead of red. Therefore... That is Fog right there. This is the wrong one. Do you have to be a star? Oh, does the star represent... It was... There were 5 of them. There are so many of them. I think it's that one. No, that's red. I think that might be red. Let me double check. Okay. That. Big dots with little dots, black. And then it should look like this. So 2 top, 2 east, 2 west, 2 south. Okay, and that would be the martial symbols, assuming this is a Rinda. But this could be completely wrong because I'm looking at the put it all together. You have martial and fog, so it makes me think that, but we can't change the symbol. So the star, like the star sign, is really weird and throw me off. Hold on. All right, we're back on. We're back on. I'm going to have to flip you. It's that one. But your fog symbol. There are 4 lines, 1 on each inner card. And I can't do that. I can't do it like that either. That is right. Okay. That one. Yeah? Not right. Oh, I don't have fog lines. That one? There they are. Okay. There they are. Really? This is as close as I can get without, like, being able to change... Because I can't change to martial, you know? It's still a star, no matter what I press. You have to stay a star, right? Which means Arinda's rune is nothing like I thought it was. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. We had to test, though. I had to know. See, you use star as well. That's another weird... Oh, the top lever. Did I not press the top lever? Oh my god, I didn't press the top lever. Marshall. Well, good thing we tested at least. There we go. 4 lines, fog, martial, and the correct color. Is that not martial? That is martial, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, everything here is identical to Fen Ares except for the color change. So you must have an original rune from before that, and we're supposed to piece that together because it's supposed to be like Unity or something, I bet. Can I check that? Back. Spiritual? Tribal? Tribal's the star one. Agricultural is the circle with a line in it. The focus was on expansion, according to the history book, in the very beginning. Expansion would be... metropolitan? I guess let's try that, and then we'll move on. We'll come back to this, but I feel like I might be missing some symbols too. There's poetic. There's tribal. Oh, you're agriculture. Martial. Metropolitan. No. Okay. Well, at least we know now. This one's not going to be as easy as I thought. Was really hoping it would be, but that way I could see what happens when you get one right. I just thought of something. It doesn't make sense and it'd be very hard to set up. But if the basement door isn't locked there, you could come in through the tunnel. And if you had a key card, you could take the elevator up without anything being built around it. I don't know if that would do anything. You just start building from here, but that would be very interesting, especially if I built my foundation anywhere closer to the antechamber. Because if I got lucky, I could get into room 46 and then not have to think about anything. That would be ridiculous. Huh. Well, either way, we're gonna go up. Okay, we can pick up the crown, which you have to pick up every time. That's very unfortunate. I feel like I should check this in. Wait a minute. Okay, this might be done. I have a trading post. What does this trade into? That would be interesting. Because my whole thing, the whole reason I keep grabbing trading post is because I'm trying to see if I can get a vault key for any of these. Because I've gotten a vault key from one thing before. And if this gives me a vault key, or the basement key, that would be interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna take another picture of you. 8 realms in 8 months. That is the only clue I have to an order, so we're gonna try this. If it doesn't work, we're gonna back off immediately, but okay, there's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. Orinda, then Fen Ares are the first two. We know where they're at, but just to be sure. 1, 2. One, 2, 3. And 4 are Araja and Arch Ares. Okay. Unnecessary, but Araja, Arch Ares. Three. Okay. 5 and 6 are... well, now I don't know them by name. Down Arrow and Puzzle Piece. Okay. Down Arrow, Puzzle Piece. And then next, actually, there's 2 left, and I believe I know them by Bridges, Northwest, and then Diamond. Okay, so Bridge before Diamond. So you jump up here, and then you go to Diamond. Did I do it? No. Probably not. Look at this. All the clocks have stopped. Time has stopped in room 46. The wind continues to blow, but time has stopped. Wait. Oh, you're moving. Okay. Take that theory off. Thank God I can take that out. You are broken. Doesn't the bird come out at a time that's like designated and set? Maybe 1:30 is relevant to something. Either way, the clocks have stopped. Yeah, try to click those now. That's nothing. I don't even know what would happen if I got this right. Like, I don't know what this would show me. I doubt putting pins on a map's gonna open a secret safe or something. So I don't think that's the case, but I was kind of hoping it would. Maybe like open up the fireplace and there's like a little chest that comes up or something. We've already magnifying all of this stuff, so. Okay. Well, that idea is out the window, which means this is going to be more complicated. I need to know a route. Not just symbols on a fireplace. I did get it right, didn't I? I'm fairly positive I got it right. There's a Raja there. And just to confirm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got it right. According to the homework. Okay, we're done here. The hell was I doing now? I got real lucky just now. Please don't tell me I have to have a furnace too. I have a torch. Oh my god, it works! Thaw only in the event of my death? I have been waiting for this note for a while, and I just happened to build an armory right here, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy the torch, and the freezer's gonna come up somewhere in here. Whew. We got lucky. Thaw only in the event of my death. I've been looking for this note for a while. You're on the map. Northern... I don't know. It's the South Key. The Northern Circle is pointing down to a mountain, and there are flags going up to it. Blue, 12. These all seem like relevant things to know. Because we get to learn the realm's like color. Nuance is green. This one's blue. I'm pretty sure Araja's purple, be based on the locket and stuff. Other than that, Fenrir's is red. Don't know the rest. Maybe Amora Jai is the purple one. Okay, well, we'll do this after. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favorite snacks were also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it is also, for the last 20 years, stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is, in fact, a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. How secret? Not that secret. Have you heard of the Children of Blackwater? I know all about them now. I have no idea how forthcoming your father... Well, wait, no. No, I don't. I don't know about the Children of... We know about the Curse of Black Gate. That's a different thing entirely. Children of Blackwater is just what Marion wrote in her note. I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I have always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death. For I, too, cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Okay, so you don't even know if she was dead or alive, but you have hope. Hold. I'm fully in the belief that she's alive. That's kind of what it feels like the end game is leading to. Finding out where she is. Or her final message if she's dead, one of the two. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you. Even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the crown involved. I always feel gotta break the immersion for me to make sure I remember to do this. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs, a lesson I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate, and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in this house. Oh, so this isn't just a little random thing, like he full on set this secondary objective up. This message is the key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. I've learned all about that. The hard way, I should say. I did not put the pieces together for most of these, that's for sure. Honestly, some of the codes I don't know how I ended up with. One final word of guidance. The safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters. Herbert S. Sinclair. So you're saying if there is ever a date actually written out, it is not going to be part of the message. Or random invoice number stuff. I have been marking all of them, though. To each their own letters. To each their own letters. Interesting. Sir, this was great, and I wish I got it earlier. Oh, there's more. Oh. Thank you. Yeah. Sure. He even puts the comment in there. If we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. I feel like I solved so many things out of order. Okay, there's nothing in here I feel I need to take a picture of, but I don't know what are the chances I'm going to unfreeze this again. So, if there happens to be a hidden meaning in here, beyond that, I want to make sure it's at least written down. Oh yeah. Prism key. I can unfreeze everything. Holy. Pretty sure I'm magnifying glass that for sure. There's a pawn there. I can't unfreeze you. Is that it? Oh, I can finally check this off the list, and this actually means I don't need to go out of my way to make sure I get a torch anymore. I can't tell you how much that puts me at ease, because every run I'm like, do I get a freezer and a torch this run? Should I get an armory specifically for that? And oh, it's done. All right. And I dead-ended myself. But let's take a look and make sure nothing new was added to the record book here. Allowances. 42 star, 34. Rooms drafted. Puzzle solved. I have not solved many. Man, I miss so many parlors. Sometimes I open the parlor and then just walk through. Like when I get a hovel, I just don't even bother getting gems. 2 sanctum keys. I technically have 3 if I ever get a pump room. 13 upgrade discs. 5 red letters. Wait. That was the last page. Ooh, I can see out the window. Library never has windows. Wow, I love her ladyship's chamber, apparently. That... Wasn't it armory last time we were in here? We haven't made any new contraptions. I'm still missing 2 by the looks of it total. Ah, and you're saving the stand. Wait, that means I could actually get a picture of you this time. Stop. Stop. There we go. I wonder why the down arrow on that other one, though. It might be a clue to which realm it is. Whoa. What? No. No! You're telling me 9th grade exists? You only put 8 in the drafting pool. I need a drafting studio to get classroom in the normal rotation and then a schoolhouse. Are you kidding me? Oh. Okay, it's going back on the records. That seems to be everything, though. Damn it! I knew grade 8 felt a little lackluster. Well, not really, because we learned a lot of language, which is still incomplete, but still. Huh. Alright, now before ending the day, trading post test. Silver key, coin purse, salt, etc. Not much. Treasure map, car keys. Hall pass. Basement key is hall pass. Interesting. Prism key is hall pass as well? Wait, what? Oh, I can't trade in that. Well, I guess you don't want to give up your crown. It's the only thing I can't trade in either. Okay, so there's not really too much use in a crown unless you... Unless you put it in the coat check. Because why? You're probably going to build... Oh, you're going to build around up to the antechamber. You're not going to be building too much more after that. Huh. Well, knowledge that you can't trade the crown. It's for the best. All right, new day. Drafting room again. Classroom. I think I may have to make the classroom. Like, we can't get to grade 9 without it. I think I'm gonna do classroom. I'm very interested in doing. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a classroom, gain. So if I was making a bunch of classrooms and I ran back to the dormitory, ooh. Okay, well, these two obviously might have lore. Dormitory would definitely probably have more lore than that, but even though that's the case, we have to do you. Now that we know I have not reached graduation, and I'd love to do this, but I still don't have the magnifying glass. I mean, we've already basically have the information right here. It's just get a magnifying glass and open it. The Great Hall Partitioning Plan. Wait, January 13th? What do you mean? Wait, last time it was January 1st. Or something. December 1st. Why is this updated? Oh, you can come to the drafting studio to see which rooms are partitioned. Oh. For each day before you make it. Oh my god, yeah, you definitely can. Oh, that is pretty cool because I remember that partition in the on the back too being flipped one time when we came in here. Huh. Good info. Good info. I'm probably not going to need it, but good info. Also, what room is this? I don't know what room that is. It's a greenhouse of some sort, I assume, because it's got, like, the skylights. Is it the room we're in? It is the room we're in. I don't know, not you. No! There's an opening behind it. Does that mean anything? Excuse me. Can you, I highly doubt you could power hammer that. I'm going to keep in mind that this has an opening in the back. Then again, so do these, and that's just because they don't have the back panel on. So it might actually mean nothing. But why draft? Why have a draft of the place you're in? It's already built. Why do you need a model of something you've already built? Don't know. All right, well, moving on. I'm mostly not having the greatest luck right now, but each bedroom I draft after the second, I got 1 gold. That's what I'm going off right now. All right, the last day didn't work out. But ooh, I got this, and we got that. So, no magnifying glass, unfortunately. I'm going to have to wait to do that even longer. Just in case you, like, rob me of all my money. I don't think there's anything else around here. Let's make a big donation. What's the max? Can I do all 47? Oh, I can. Let's do 40. Tinkerer. Whenever you draft a mechanical room, trigger your current experiment? Ooh. Oh, I need to get a lab. Whenever you draft any mechanical... Oh, damn. So 40 did that. I'm going to write that down. 5 days, too. Damn. Okay. Something tells you it should stay that way. Do you know how tempting that is? The key doesn't fit. Probably for the best. What if I did it again? We need a specific key for you? Okay, what are these symbols? Okay, somehow you're related. Those symbols actually look very familiar as well. They look like... No, they don't. No, I take it back. They don't look like that. I thought they did, but... Am I thinking of the other map? Is there different symbols? Huh. Why do they seem so familiar? We'll find it eventually. It's done. Realm and Rune. As well as everything else. Wait, I can't go up now. Oh, you can't select them after you bought them. Realm and Rune, Volume 4 of the Drafting Strategy and 5. So, We're gonna have all of the books soon. Wait, I can actually... Oh. Last time I did this, it didn't appear on the list until later. But this time it appears right away? Okay, well, Realm and Rune is coming up next time we get a library. I also made a rumpus room. Haven't went in yet. I just wanted to build up before I did that. But Alzara, how many times have I asked for your help? 5? Is this the 5th time? Give me the goods.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
I can give you more.
You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Faintly in the mist, I see a figure.
Ooh.
A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone.
Wait, isn't that the museum?
You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past,
No.
wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
You're not lying, are you? Will I actually be able to walk around the Fen Museum? We can't go to Fen. We do have the big map of it, and it is weird that it is so detailed. Like, we could follow in footsteps, but also you said shadow that will never be cast. Are you just dropping that mom's dead? She can't drop or cast a shadow because she's underground, buried? She better not be dead. Not that it would be his fault, but I don't know what else I took from that. I doubt the clock actually matters, but it said, was it 12:15 or 3? I don't know, I'll check in editing. I was too tunnel visioned on the fact that if we actually get to explore, like, how would we get there, you know? Huh. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this looks like it might be the end of my run. That's fine, though. I feel like I got good information from Alzara, and we got the bookshop. That's good. Nothing else happened today. This was a long day that only paid off at the very end. But it's fine. Yeah, I can't do anything. Time to go to the bathroom. Seriously, why are you a thing? Why was Herbert S. Sinclair, why did he put a camera on that shelf right there and take a picture of him holding up a camera in front of a bathtub? What's the meaning? Believe it or not, it's Alzara time again. It's been like 10 seconds. What the hell? Immediately got another room, or another rumpus room on the next day. There's got to be an end to these eventually.
As it was foretold, I am awakened for one last time by the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to impart to you one final vision.
I'd prefer more, but... Oh. Okay. I know what this is. Ooh. Ooh, gallery. What the hell is all this?
In the dim, I see cavern walls of stone. A hollow lit by a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried beneath the cliff rocks. A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sands. And within the black mirror, I see a figure. A figure standing in sullen snow.
What? What do you mean?
All of what I have told you, my young Baron, I wish you to now know. Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say.
No, I want more Alzara. Sir, I don't know if you've got me excited or you've hyped me up to the point where I'm going to be let down when I can't go to any of these places. Is this game bigger than I thought? We've been confined to the house and the estate grounds, but if I can go anywhere else, it's like the last vision mentioned the going to the museum grounds. You just showed me a lake with a giant bridge, and that looked like the Black Bridge from the story. No, that was in a valley. There was no water. But then you showed the cursed coffer, which we have, but we don't have a key. It might have been a clue to the key. You showed a hollowed out cavern with a bunch of colored lights. What else did he show? I mean, obviously the black mirror with the snow. I figured the black mirror was like that mirror that's behind the raised platform door. There is a black mirror. It looks like the Orindia symbol. But maybe it's not. Maybe that's just a window. Because he said buried in white sand. Which means maybe I have to go dig in front of the safe house? I have no idea. That one's going to require me to go back through in editing and pause each screen because my mind was all over the place there. But if we find a mirror, he made it sound like we could go through it. Which normally I'd be like, you're talking nonsense. That's just a metaphor. Like, I see your reflection in a black mirror. You're somewhere else or something. But in this world, with an ever-changing amount of rooms, Also, we're not even on Earth, so it doesn't matter. Like, rules are different in this universe, that's for sure. Maybe we can step into the mirror. And that would take us somewhere. I would be absolutely down for anything like that. But I would also be very overwhelmed, because I actually thought we were getting close to solving most of the mysteries. It kind of doesn't seem like it, though. Kind of sounds like we're pretty far away. Let me try to solve my current mysteries first, which are not going very well. But we did get 2 rumpus rooms, so I guess I can check that off. No more Alzara. Alright, that was a waste of a day outside of a rumpus room. We're on the next day, and I have a shrine. I still have 3 days on Blessing of the Tinkerer, but then again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you let me. Can I take back gold? Take back gold. You've been cursed. Oh. Each time you draft a bedroom, lose 1. Oh no, hallway. Each time you draft the red room, lose all of the above? Are you kidding me? No! Wait! I'm sorry. Huh. Can I open you now? I don't even have a key. What if you don't have any keys? What if you have no gems? Well, I wanted to switch the blessing and see how much I got for each increment, because we put in 40 and I have 53 allowance tokens now, so I was going to put in... Okay. I may have to just waste these days. Shit. Oh man, the cursed run has been quite awful. I still have 1 day of it, and I'm trying to do the classroom, but losing keys when you make a hallway is not great. It's not very beneficial. I've lost 2 keys so far. But I made a library, so we can finally read Realm and Rune. The real version that's not torn to pieces. Boop. Sigils of the past and present. Introduction. When the scholars of the first era found any hidden things, either of a natural source or resulting in the creation of man, they were accustomed to record these in various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order that the sigils of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They have been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs, and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells the story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. This one is very clearly Fen Aries, not Arch. To understand a realm sigil, you must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, dividing lines, the moat, and the border. We're very familiar with those at this point. Just need to see examples for the most part. Wait, is that different though? No, these are not important. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it's important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as the first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't know the place we are describing. Arinda Aries, Fen Aries, Araja, Korarika, Arch Aries, These are just several examples. I think you're missing a few. But this definitely verifies the names that I've been... Well, I mean, the map also verified. I just never actually wrote it down. Spouting forth from the core will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the differences in these lines will immediately reveal several things about the realm. Transportation, the number of rays. Counting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of the lands? I feel like this page might have been torn out. I do feel like we read part of that. I do remember the word transportation, but not the rest. Okay. Ooh. Naval capabilities. Ship routes, seaports. 8 rays on these sigils resemble the directions on a compass rose. Okay. Huh. Roads, streets, carriages. The 4 rays here look like a crossroads on a map. Sure. Horseback, rough trails, another sigil that uses 4 rays. However, these will always be configured to suggest a horse galloping. Oh, that makes sense. Although it kind of looks like a guy skydiving more than a horse galloping. Train system, locomotion. The 3 rays here are used in sigils for realms that rely on track-based travel. And that guy looks like he's about to go into a dance move. Aviation, dirigibles, balloons. The 5 rays here suggest a travel above the horizon. Well, I'm pretty sure Nuance uses those rays. Camels, pack mules, arid or desert trails. 2 rays to indicate a flat terrain. Oh, desert equals just 1 line, or two lines technically. Turtleback travel. 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the core to the border. Turtleback travel? You guys ride turtles? Oh, we saw a stamp where people were riding turtles. Oh, right. I need to go to the mailroom with the magnifying glass. He has like a bunch of different stamps on all of his... Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I should do it now, actually. Okay. Weather, the style of ray. Identifying the style of the ray used in the sigil will show us what weather the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, like a jagged lightning-shaped lines to indicate stormy lands. Straight black line indicates a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizontal slashes across one line. That was torn out. That's not in the original book. We had to figure that out from the back of the book. Wavy lines indicate extreme heat. Scorched air, blazing sun cause... Well, I mean, if we know it's desert, then that's pretty likely. Rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. If you're riding turtles, you probably have a rainy realm, I would think. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. Yeah. Okay. I gotta grab a drink. I'm having trouble reading. Okay. Think I'm good now. Okay, on each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called motes. And from the shape and style of the motes used on the sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. This is the one that I probably am most familiar with. If they consider themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. And I've read through, I think all of these are available. Both pages, not torn out. But I'm still going to retake the image. I also forgot the weather one. Okay. border. I believe this is also not torn out at all. But we'll redo it. I'm just going to delete duplicates anyway. Around each sigil is adorned an adorned edge serving as a container for info. There are 8 different borders, each corresponding to a different color. These borders are always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. So white is just basic dots, or circles. Putting it all together. And by studying the core, ray, motes, and borders of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. Yeah. Fen Ares, Crossroads, Marshall, Red Banners. The only thing that doesn't add up for me, they don't discuss why, like the amount used. Because you don't have to have two in each, between each dividing line here for Marshall. But they do. And if I didn't put 2 in each, I'm assuming we get the puzzle wrong. So how are you supposed to tell how many Marshall symbols go in the middle? Because the mote section here doesn't describe... It doesn't describe how many or why a number would matter. Ben Ares, the Grand Realm. Transportation, road carriage, foggy weather, militaristic, and red banners. Yep. Okay, we didn't learn too much from this book that we didn't already know. They apparently only tore out the Fen Ares part because they were probably, you know, screw those guys. And they tore out foggy because it was also related to them, I guess, or something. They only tore out foggy, though. They tore out both of these pages. Or at least part of it. Which I find bizarre. They tore out, I think, most of this page as well. But now we have a complete thing, and we have read about it. I do feel like it'll help me a little bit, but I already feel like I already have the gist of it. I think the stamps are going to help us with colors. We know the symbol. And the stamps actually might also help us with knowing, like we saw the turtle, we saw a blimp. We should be able to tell what kind, what motes they would have based on that. There are 8 of them, though. Are they not going to duplicate? I wonder if they're not going to duplicate. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I feel like we learned a lot of info, and there's nothing going to be hidden here that I need to magnify. At least I don't see any general text that I'm just like, oh, I wish I could read closer. So I think we'll leave that one for now. Okay. That is that. Now we have to read the Drafting Studio 4 and 5, and that is all the books. Hell yeah. Okay, we've reached a new day, and I am being forgiven. I did 40. We're going to try 30. Blessing of the Monk. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you'll have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Huh? If you call it a day in a room in your house, so whatever room I end in, you have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Oh. Oh, you mean here? That doesn't make any sense. It lasts 4 days? Huh. Wait, so if I call it a day in the foundation, can I draft the foundation? Or room 46? Ooh, that would be interesting. Okay, we have to test this, but I do want to not waste my day with a test. I guess it costs 30. I can do it literally whenever I want because I get 50 allowance. Oh my god. I don't understand. Wait, I have another thought. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Maybe, here's the thing. The guest or quest bedroom says you get more allowance. You get 2 allowance every time you get to the antechamber. Could you move it here? Just immediately spawn a quest bedroom and then just get free allowance and restart the day? Because if you could do that, you could probably farm allowance tokens. Or you could farm library. What if you call it a day in the grounds, though? What? I guess I just guarantee it's in the draw pool. I gotta see how this works. Okay, this sounds really weird. Okay. What is happening? Game? Oh. How did I... Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain 1 trunk. Dauja. What? I'm gonna be honest, I walked in here, put down my controller, and then a planet started rotating and I couldn't hit back or X. I'm pretty sure it was the telescope then. Gain an additional effect of each constellation observed in the... So this has a hidden effect then? Well, that was weird. I was absolutely not recording to the beginning of that. I didn't even see what happened there. Okay. So we observed a planet? Okay, next time this happens, I'm gonna have to, like, actually come in here and show it. If it lets me use the telescope again, because I didn't even get to see it. Okay. That's a thing. I've been trying to build to the antechamber and see if we can get to room 46, but I think I'm not having any luck. I did do one thing though. In the last run, no, not armory. In the last run, I went to the armory and I bought an axe. And it turns out you just come to the directory here with the axe in hand. And is it a normal room? There it is. Axe it. Attic costs no gems anymore. Attic is just free. And I made it common. So we get 8 items fairly often now, which I think is a great idea. My only concern is I can only use the axe on 1 room because you're permanently removing the gem cost. But what if you could just get the axe and remove gem costs from everything and never need them again? That would be something. But I don't know if it's a thing though. This really threw me off. Okay, back to whatever the hell I was doing. Well, this is strange. I already clicked this. But somehow, there's an upgrade disc in here. And I clicked it through the door. Don't know how I did that, but I got the Mechanarium, I got 3 doors, and this door specifically gave me an upgrade disc for some reason. So... it's still not enough doors to fully map out the area. But it seems like if there are a bunch of dead ends, it doesn't give you those doors. Therefore, you would only need, like... how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boiler room. You'd need 5 different mechanical rooms, and you could have all 4 corner doors. As long as it's blocked on every other end. Actually, you'd only need 4 if it was a dead end. Interesting. But apparently this had an upgrade disc. Okay. Cloister is kind of expensive. Ooh. Oh. Oh, we could do it. We could do it for Nagula. I can't believe we're changing the statue. Isn't this the planet I just... Wait, was that the name of the planet? What was the name of the planet I just got? Gain 2 star for each room with an animal you draft. For each room with an animal? You mean like if there's a swan in it? You draft from this cloister. Okay. Raise your luck with each green room? What the hell does that mean? Huh. Interesting. Find an extra item in each bedroom you draft from this cloister. I almost never draft bedrooms from a cloister. I draft cloisters high up. I draft cloisters high up, and I'm trying to keep going in every direction possible with them. So that one's probably the best, but I don't... Does it actually mean like statues of animals? Or does it mean kennel and dove one? Or the gerbil? Hamster. Does it mean live animals? Ooh. Honestly, the most likely one for me, this one's interesting, and I'm curious to see if it leads to anything. This one I'm also interested in, but I don't understand it as much. Each green room you draft from this cloister. Okay, so yeah. Probably not doing back-to-back green rooms. We're doing the animal one. Okay. Let me head up and see if I can continue. I do have the west lever open because I got the secret garden path here. And I think we're good. I think we can get into room 46. I might have to go down to foundation. Actually, I'm going to go down and hit the button and then go up and end in 46 just because I'm curious. An office. Can't do it. Oh, well. Thankfully, everything's off, so I can just... You know what? Ooh. Freeze my account and call it a day in the... yeah, go ahead. I was gonna do... No, I don't have gems. I couldn't do conservatory. Alright, what can we make last? You're telling me something. I just don't know what it is. Do I have a quest bedroom? I do, so I'm gonna get 2 allowance tokens here. That was the dark room. Almost filled out the house again. Watch me be wrong and this door is actually not open. Okay. Oh yeah, I never showed this. Got all those. Apparently, when you use the telescope, you can just do it again. That's what it means. You just get to do the telescope version and the main one. Thank you. I don't know how my allowances got so high. 55. All right. Grabbing you. Still don't know that puzzle. I don't think there's anything to actually search in here. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good spot to call it. With the exception of your frozen assets. All right, Shrine. There's no way. There's no way. If I'm going to test anything, it's going to be room 46 first, though. I don't see a point of trying like a normal room. I mean, I guess if you really want a vault, you could throw a vault in there? Would it be a different location, though? Like, I'm real confused on how that's going to work. All right, I might as well just grab my allowance quick. Boop. And I didn't get a mailroom. Come on. Can we move you from the grounds? From the estate to the grounds? Wow. Do it. Oh. Wait, there's... What? There's new notes? Wow, where's my crown? What is this? Certified copy. Deed. Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Arave of Trinsdale. What? A new Finn Clark. Stationers, Reddington. That's a place? A new Finn Clark? Okay, well, I'm gonna... Interesting. Whoa. Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Arave of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods, flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain spring streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting to the east by the high road of Tanner Fork. We're near Tanner Fork? Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise, and agree with Lady Arave, her heirs, and assigns that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have a good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Arave, their heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and sealed I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries, 1912. Lord Arthur Clementine. So this is the official deed, obviously. Interesting. Why is it here now, and why wasn't it in the room? It was given to great-grandma on the Epson side. 5/13/1912. Is that ever going to be relevant? I don't really think I see anything to magnify here, but what the hell? What could they be getting at with this? Okay, just to make sure. I did take a picture of both, right? Okay, I did. You're telling us the boundaries. That might be an important thing. The date you handed over your land might be an important thing. This could just be world building. Mark in the grandeur of Fen Aries. I feel like that X is suspicious up there, but probably not. Why is it properties deed and then period? Huh. I don't see anything else that stands out. Okay. Are you different? No, you're the same. Is there anything new in here? Wait, out the window. Oh. Nothing. Nothing. What? Okay. This is not what I was expecting. Well, considering we got new information out of this, I'm very tempted to see what the foundation would do. Would the elevator work? Where would it take me? Because it would not be placed in the same place. Same with the entrance hall. I don't know why I'd put the entrance hall, but what if I called it a day here and put it over there? And the antechamber. I have 3 blessings. If I can get to the antechamber, I do that first because that one I can't guarantee I can make it to, but if I don't make it, then I'll go back and do the other 2. This has to happen. This has to happen. Moving rooms over here is very weird. There are so many rooms you could do this to, too. Like, what if the drafting studio changed, or the pump room? Or the boiler room? What? It would have no... It could have a secret power source. Ooh. Well, back to what we're doing, but at the end of the day, hopefully, I can sleep in one of these 3. I mean, entrance hall, if nothing else, so. We did it. We did it. Probably the easiest of all the Sanctum puzzle. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, getting the Sanctum key from room 46 was literally a gimme. But I went to go make food, and I just got done eating. And apparently I left the game just kind of running. And I came back, and I just started building. Obviously trying to get to the antechamber. I have it unlocked, so we're good there. And then I realized how late it was. And there were a few theories we came up with for what draft it quite late could mean, whether it's draft it late in the schema or draft it late at night. I both drafted it towards the end of the run and very late at night. I think in game it might be midnight right now. I don't know if there's a clock in here. I believe I'm done in here, so can't press anything. Is there a clock in here? Oh. I know I have a clock somewhere. Well, either way, you can see outside. It is nighttime. The stars are out. So, I don't... The fact that I hit both of those lined up, I don't know which one it is, but we got the Sanctum key. I just don't know which one it is. And we're going to be able to call it a day in the antechamber. I also have this experiment going. Whenever you draft a shop, gain 1 star, which is why I've been just running around trying to place shops. I'm at 46 stars. So we're very close to 50. Then we can see the new constellation that was mentioned. Am I completely blocked off now? I am. The only thing I can do is put a room in here. Guess I'll just throw something random in. Rotate. Oh, the Cloister of Dalja. Yeah, let's see. Is there an animal in this room? No. It's not connected on any other side either. I just want to look at the statue. So you're the pitchfork one. Okay. Oh. I also made the jackhammer, which apparently you usually get better stuff. I've been getting like two gems per thing, which has been real nice. What's going on up there? That's obviously a glitch, but I can't tell what it is. Huh. Well, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to put a quest bedroom in so I could get 2 allowance tokens. It's fine. 55 allowance tokens, 46 stars, and calling it a day in here. I'm actually a little more curious about the foundation in general because I'm curious where the elevator would go. Would it go to the basement in the same spot? Because that would not line up geographically. There it is. This is such a weird blessing. It's open. So close, yet so far away. Oh. Gave me a different thing. What happens if I open that, though? Would it only open the north one, or would it open both antechamber doors? These are the questions. Okay, what happens here? That did say antechamber rank 9 in the bottom. We'll find out. You know how you can tell I'm at the end of my session and that I've been recording forever? I forgot to use the sanctum key. Oh, it opened! To the shrine. A different shrine? I forgot to use the sanctum key. I'm so upset about it. Oh, man. What am I doing? Oh, there's a letter. Is there a hole in the top? Okay. Ooh. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone. Heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. What does that mean? You require a key here to get into that box, that's for sure. So this is a clue to a location or an action to take at a location, not to open the box. To get a key, though. Scepter, stone, crown, throne. None of the letters are matching up for like a code. I may have to try magnifying glass on this one. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone. I mean, there are 4 pictures on the box, so they might be hints to whatever this is, but I don't know. Steady is the scepter. Yeah. Okay, I was going to say, maybe it's a clue to the... No, there's not enough. There are 7 angel statues in the tomb. The scepter's like the only one that even would be related to that. I have no idea. Sir, do you have any clue? Huh. Well, that's what happens in here. So apparently I just learned that I've never made the detector shovel, despite hovering over it multiple times. Greater chance of finding money and items, much greater chance of finding money and items while digging. That is good to know. But what I really care about, I did it. Trophy of Invention for creating all 8 contraptions in the workshop. I knew we were at 6. What did I make besides this? Oh, the jackhammer. The jackhammer was another thing I forgot to make. But I know I've hovered over those. I guess I just used the metal detector for something else, probably burning glass. Yeah, well, we got it. That's another trophy. I think that puts me at 3? Maybe. All right. I have an interesting situation happening. Passageway. I made the Chamber of Mirrors. Boop. Did that actually... what did you raise? Okay, I raised a wall somewhere over here. This is such a confusing design. I'm going to actually go back to the chapel from the other entrance. Okay. Okay, you... Oh. Okay. How do I open the middle? Is my question. I would have to build around to get to that. I technically can do it. I'd really like to solve this mystery because this room is bizarre. I want to press that button in the middle so bad. Okay, is there anything in here? We've never been off to the side. Oh, it's just a hat. Alright, well. Let's see if we can get the rest of it open. Wait. No. No, wait. Wait, I'm at 50. Oh, I gained a star from putting in an aquarium. That's not going to affect anything, right? I'm at 50. But next time I do an observatory, I'll be 51. Therefore, will I not see the new constellation? That's unfortunate. I hope we do. I hope we do. But I'm afraid that I'm like gonna bypass it by doing that. Shit. Well, that's unfortunate. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I have nothing that goes left. Oh. Maybe it could go up from the bottom and somehow connect it that way? I have nothing that goes up. Oh, I'm so upset. Chamber of Mirrors, I guess you wait for another day. How the hell? You have to get so lucky to set this up right. I swear to God. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. It's already really rare. It rarely comes up. Oh, duh. Oh, shit. Sledgehammer. Battery pack, broken lever. I could actually do it. Okay. Ooh. Lore. The original gardener's logbook? Oh, this is where he... Okay, are we getting proof? We're getting proof. Proof that Denny Ravane was the guy who blackmailed. Well, obviously. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. Who? Do you have a crush on someone, Denny? February 1990, the original gardener's logbook. When I get fired. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should this logbook ever be found, know that my guilt is exceeded only by my failings. As the groundskeeper of a vast estate, it is my responsibility to ensure the property remains well maintained and beautiful all year round. From the many green rooms of the manor to the sprawling lawns, it is my duty to attend to every aspect of the grounds, ensuring they are orderly, presentable, and accessible, so that they may be appreciated by both guests and the family. That would be the day. This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record. So we've read that this is Nagula's, it's the official gardener logbook, so that text is normal. He's just writing over it. I've made to the estate, contributions I've made to the estate have served here as groundskeeper, and many more are yet to come. Not many, apparently. Crossed out Denny Ravane. A few months ago, I made a truly remarkable discovery in my role of Mount Holly horticulture. Through years of breeding and experimentation, I successfully created a new species of flower with a fruit that resembles a gemstone in every detail. Although the fruit is not edible, it is nevertheless a marvel of nature, possessing all the beauty and brilliance of a genuine jewel, but with the added benefit of being entirely organic. It's organic? Despite the creation of this flower being my proudest accomplishment to date, my joy was slightly curbed when I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Cinca, had decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, completely disregarding my years of hard work and dedication to this project. This decision was absolute rubbish. I have poured my heart and soul into this project, investing countless hours of research and experimentation to create something truly extraordinary. I feel this flower has the potential to make a significant impact on the field of horticulture, and it feels like such a waste to keep a gem like this hidden away for, quote, further research. As I suspected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to reproduce resources for special floor plans. Okay, so he feels he's getting screwed. That's why. Well, we're not done. October 21st, 1990. I had high hopes for this logbook, but I have struggled to find a reason to add another entry. My employer's decision earlier this year has left me feeling disheartened, and I find it difficult to find the motivation to continue my work. I'm aware that my disappointment is affecting my performance, and I'm reminded of that daily when I see the houseplants slowly dying as I make my rounds. Perhaps I should quit. I really, really should have. January 8th. My ambition has been reignited. I overheard, perhaps with some prodding, that the employee contracts for the staff are kept within the Baron's private office on the 10th rank. A fact that I found quite remarkable, considering that the house only has 9 ranks. This all but confirms the long-held suspicion that the rumored 46th room is in fact north of the Antechamber. A suspicion that I had always considered too obvious to be plausible. Yeah. I think even day 1, episode 1, I was like, yeah, it's north. Just makes sense. As much as I wish to abandon all pretense of caring about my job to focus on this new project, I fear I must resume my gardening duties for the sake of appearances. It has, after all, been a long time since the north side of the house has received the groundskeeper's undivided attention. Let's trim the hedges and see what we find. Hold on. The employee contracts are kept within the Baron's private office. Why does you knowing that make you want to go get them? Because if he has it, he can't be fired? Like, what? I don't get that. Are you trying to get someone else fired? If there is a 10th rank, January 11th, it is impossible to perceive its existence from the outside. So if it does exist, then I'm going to assume that reaching it can only be done through the antechamber. Sadly, security has only gotten tighter in the years after Mary's disappearance. That room is no longer locked behind regular doors that can be opened by regular keys. No, that'd be too easy. Instead, the Baron had remote access levers installed in several different rooms of the house. Funny enough, I already know the location of 3 of the levers, as one was recently installed in the greenhouse and another 2 were installed in the garden. Another 2 were... Huh. That is new information. Great Hall, Secret Garden, sealed. So the east lever can be pulled in the secret garden as well? It's just sealed? It's almost as though like they were choosing green rooms just to tempt me. It appears each antechamber door has one primary access lever in addition to a redundancy lever in another location. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. No, it still says Secret Garden twice here. There's another lever I haven't found then. Yeah, because we have Secret Garden, Mechanarium, Great Hall, Secret Garden sealed, and Greenhouse, Weight Room sealed. Which, I didn't make one. That is... Damn it. It's fine. We'll get there eventually. March 10th. Although these past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have in that time gained a much greater mastery of the estate and have stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils her many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. Hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut... Oh, the tomb. The stale quality of the air and the unmistakable aroma of corroded metal led me to believe this chamber remained sealed for many decades. Within it, I found a large vat and a copper still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with creeping veins of oxidation and rust. I am unsure if these instruments can be restored to working condition, but if they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away in the root cellar. Resealed in January after deal in Reddington fell through. August 4th. At last, I finally discovered a location of one of the north levers. It is deep underground in a location so far removed from the estate's plant life that had been discovered. That had I been discovered, I would have been completely vulnerable without any excuse, but the curiosity to offer my captor. As anxious as I was to pull it, I decided to wait until the Baron is away, as it reduces the risk of being caught significantly. And once he leaves, I don't think that a delay in returning will be too hard to engineer, now that Kristoff is under my thumb and beholden to do whatever I command. Thank God. Like, this is very obvious, and they have laid it out kind of cryptically a little bit through the pieces we found, but this is just like exactly the story. And I'm glad I got it right, at least. I mean, it was fairly obvious, though. I didn't think I was really going to be wrong. August 15th, 1991. Well, there's no turning back now. After finally reaching the objective I'd been working on for the last 4 months, I made an impulse decision in the heat of the moment and took more than just my contract. I found something that I knew could give me a chance to make back some of the money I felt was owed to me, and I grabbed the opportunity without considering the consequences. Given that there is now only one missing file in the staff contracts, I have unwittingly left an incriminating trail leading directly back to me. My only hope is that they consider it too obvious to be plausible. I'm almost positive that I'm not going to get away with it, but at this point I feel I owe it to myself to get what's coming to me, one way or the other. Denny, you blackmailed? That's terrible. But I do get his suffering of like coming up with this new invention and then having it thrown in his face, and then his whole life just feels like, everything I've worked for is just pointless. What? He's just ready to give up. But then he went to the, extreme of like he had this plan before the blackmail was even considered. He was going to get in the private office and steal the employee contracts. I don't know what his plan was, to change how much he got paid. Write that in or something. But I feel like we understand Denny so much more. He did threaten Simon, though, which is not acceptable. All right. Ooh, correspondence letters. Is that just a box of red envelopes? Didn't you take a bunch of envelopes? Like, or is he going to replace them? What are you? Oh. Oh. Well, I mean... Huh. Wait, is that permanent? Green room. Oh my god. Oh, this makes the greenhouse so much better. Okay. This was worth it. This was absolutely worth it. We got lore, and we got a little area over here. And I know what is up with the flower gems that I keep picking up. That is awesome. Yeah, this is over. This is over. And the levers are pulled. We're done here. I'm gonna call it a day on that one, and then because I don't even have any steps left. Oh nope. I have 34 steps left. I need to call it a day in the foundation. That was the goal. Damn it. That was almost real bad. This is why I need some sleep. It's just, it's weird. You can definitely know, you've probably noticed throughout the past few episodes, you can tell when I'm reaching the end of a session, and then halfway through the episode, because they're roughly, I like to at least give roughly an hour 45, 2 hours. So I start the new session and I'm all like into it and back, and then towards the end or beginning of the next episode, I'm tired again. Like I play for a long time every time I do one of these, and I seem to only find things as I'm getting tired. I swear to God. After like six or 7 hours of just straight searching around. So, it's expected. Okay, I'm going to grab these, but it's kind of pointless a little bit. Because I'm going to go to the entrance hall and call it a day after this one, so we can see what that does. I guess I could build the house too. I probably should. I don't want to miss the chance to get a room that we could have gotten. I have no idea what this is going to do. Caved in. You gave me some shovel spots. No! Oh. Caved in. And you didn't hide anything? Oh. I was really hoping that we'd take an elevator down to like another secret spot and that would lead to something. Nope. You just raised it. And we can't get behind it, obviously, because it's in the outer room. What can you do? Okay, well that is this test. I have the blessing for one more day. So let me play out this day, see if I can find anything, and then we'll end in the entrance hall, and then I'm going to go to sleep. Okay, we can test this. There it is. All right. What are you? The Inkwell. You may spend stars to draw new What? I have my sound off. Whoops, sorry about that. Really? I want to test that. Or be able to see it. I'm assuming that if I go below 50, I can't get that again. That is a really cool one, though. If you stock up on stars, though, or go to the casino, make a ton of money, and then use the... Wait, no. What do you swap? Oh, no, that's... You swap allowance with stars. So you couldn't really do that. But you could just get a ton of stars. And have a bunch of free rerolls at one time around. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Huh. I'm not going to use them for now, though. I'm scared if I go below 50, I'm going to not be able to get that again. I would love to be able to get this, but, like, keep building up stars until I get at least, like, 70, so I have, like, a safety net of some sort, but... I don't know. I think this is probably the safest bet. I can finally do it. Drafting studio. And then I turn right, and of all things, I put a magnifying glass in here. It's all coming up. I can put Morningstar away? I have a prism key. I'm going to put it away. It's done. It's going to be done. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6, 7, 8. So it's either November 5th or November 8th. 90% guaranteed. Okay. Yay! Give me a tiny little envelope. What? Oh, I have to read this with a magnify. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. 5, huh? All right. Take a picture. Who wrote this? Wait. I have to hit X to proceed? Okay. Oh, God, you literally have to use... Okay. November 8th. Uncle, in a few hours we are departing. As planned, we will be taking the old Mountain Way tunnels to the north. We'll go as far as we can by trolley until the rails give out. Then we'll proceed on foot until we reach the southern border. I've never been as excited, nervous, and heartbroken. I may never know if I've made the right decisions, but I've made the ones that I felt my father might have nodded in approval at. I'm leaving a message for Simon here, in the safe house, this unhallowed cavern that we have called home for the last year. Okay. We got that message. That's where the sanctum key was. Her final letter to us. If something should happen to me, please guide him to this place. Try to show him what these lost days were all for. Okay. Explain to him, if you can, the intersection between foolishness and doctrine, the thin wire we stood upon, above the world, holding hands and throwing stones. Holding hands and throwing stones. In those days, we were guilty of everything. As always, Mary. Oh. Okay, no, I know I could barely read this, but... And then we'll take one here. I can't take a picture of that whole thing with a magnifying glass. Yay! That's done. Unfortunately, we already made it there, so... And apparently, if there's only 7 letters and we'll never read the last one, as Alzara said... We know where the last letter is. We don't know anything about the code. I think. I mean, we've gotten so much information from all the stuff going around that we could know it, but nope. I don't know. If we're thinking about information that's nearby, though, the code could be related to, like, the map or something in the gear platform room or something. Or the foreman's log that's in the other room nearby there. I don't know why that would be the case, though. Because these red letters were left for us as hints. And the foreman's log's from 1917. It's like ancient news that never has any secrets on it. That one's going to be rough. Figuring that one out's certainly going to take a while, but that is the last one as far as I know, unless Alzara was lying. And then what? We have the sanctum keys, the final red letter. There's more. I'm gonna, after this episode, edit. After this session, edit and get that all sorted out. We're down to 2 plans. 2 more plans. Okay, there's a good chance the hallway doesn't actually have any lore. Dormitory would have lore. These small sleeping quarters, devoid of frills and distractions, are ideal for the student, scholar, or denizen of academia who wish to focus on their studies without interruption. Study and sleep, rinse and repeat. I hated that life, but also kind of liked it. It's hard to explain. All right, for sure. Okay, for sure that is done. We have volume 4. Tools of the Trade by the editor, the guiding compass, glue and grease and guts. It's about time for an upgrade. Tool tips. Word from the editor. Have we got any secrets hiding on here? Doesn't look like it. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their visions and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complete your drafting techniques. Compliment. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we'll dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From classic compasses to T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. As we navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you are a seasoned professional seeking to refine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide invaluable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. Okay, kind of basic stuff on the information then. I actually got a stopwatch and I panicked and couldn't hit the record button in time. Because I got it in a lost and found, and then I left the room and I panicked and ran back in and it took the stopwatch away. So I was like, I didn't even get to show it. It's just gone. The stopwatch lets you bypass, any gem costs for 1 minute. So, and you don't use steps. So basically, I was like, immediately the timer started, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta build as fast as I can while I have time. And yeah, hit a dead end accidentally, and turned around to the lost and found and lost it. So, alternative to paying gem cost, you encounter during a frantic 1 minute drafting dash. Yep. Gems. Can't have conversation about drafting without gems. Gotcha. Emerald bracelet. If you're wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase one, this very high-end luxury item removes gem cost from special floor plans altogether, which is good. Repellent spray we've never seen. But why remove gem costs when you can just remove the whole room? Repellent spray can free you of that annoying floor plan for up to a week? Oh, that's a rare item. Want to make sure I know this exists. Ivory dice. Allow you to reroll. Brass compass. If a room has another exit, it'll have a high chance to lead north. Silver key. All but guarantees you'll draft will result in a room with enough doors to ensure they lead you where you want them to go. Gear wrench. First item that can adjust the rarity of floor plan. The first item. Although it only works on mechanical rooms, is there one for every room? Ornate compass, another luxury item and likely the most useful drafting tool on the list. It allows you to rotate floor plans as you draft them to position doors to your advantage. The first item that can adjust the rarity. There has to be more than one then. Crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation, contraptions are makeshift creations born of the fusion of two or more distinct tools. Since we've made all of them, I don't think there's much to read here that we wouldn't already know. You don't even tell us what it is. Wait. I thought there were 8. Oh, wait. Oh, these are secret items. Never mind. This has nothing to do with... These are things that can be crafted. I was like... So they don't give away what you can craft. What is that last item? You can use a lucky rabbit's foot with the coin purse to make a lucky purse. I'm assuming that's what the question mark is. It's about time for an upgrade. Upgrade disk. This floppy disk houses a wellspring of unique architectural floor plans designed explicitly for a specific room. Inserted into a computer, architect gains the ability to shape the destiny of the room, guided by the enticing designs contained on the disk. This myriad of options not only allows architects to craft floor plans that align with their preferred strategies, but also enables them to adapt their creations to evolving project requirements. Yeah, but how do I change them? Ooh! How do I change them after? Is that a possibility? I see 16 total discs have been issued. There are 16 total upgrade discs. Interesting. We have not upgraded the Nook yet. The Nook is certainly one on the list. Right? Yeah. 2 keys would be nice, but 1 in bacon and eggs? That sounds good too. Tooltips. Hold on. Just to be sure. Okay, you could hide some writing there if you really wanted. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward strategy when using a hall pass. Drafting floor plans like tunnel and secret passage are an easy way to set up longer chains of hallways. Adjust the settings of a terminal and security to make the security doors less common. Yeah. If you have a key card, it's worth changing these settings to high. And if you haven't already, if you haven't, you may want to set them to low. I'm very familiar with that. Watering can, fundamental tool, but did you know you can refill this item with water? All you need is a faucet with running water. Learned that as well. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of the house, and the secret garden is no exception. You can use this key on any locked door leading to one of these room positions. The candles, because you can light them. Very specific candles. If you come across any fancy ruby socketed candles, you might want to take notice in case you can find an item that can produce a flame. Specific candles contain mechanical triggers that are tripped when the candle is lit. This is all great information for people who haven't discovered that stuff yet. We're from the editor. The tools are cool, but they are only as good as the architects who harnesses their capabilities. As you finish reading this, I want you to open up your menu and take a look at your inventory. Take a moment to look at each item and contemplate the true potential they all hold. The same potential you see there is the same potential that resides within yourself. For it is not the tools themselves that will sculpt the grand structures and monuments of tomorrow, but deft hands and brilliant minds of architects like you. Damn, that is inspirational. Actually. Okay, that's not a clue. That's just numbers on a ruler. All right, that was good. That was worth it. How many upgrade discs have I used? It's that one, isn't it? We gotta wait. Gotta wait. Longest day, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Is that when I went to make food? I think it must be. Nope. 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 I'm missing 2 upgrade discs, and one of them is in the tomb. I wrote it down because I missed it. Huh. I bet you the last one's behind that gate, too. The gate with the red letter. I could have 4 Sanctum keys right now if I wasn't so tired that I'm going to get some rest, that's for sure. But first, we got to go to the entrance hall. Okay. We are here. Call it a day. Let's see what happens. I'm very curious. What could you possibly put in here? Huh? Huh? Oh no. Oh no, did I just break the outer room? I moved foundation. No. No, I moved the foundation off of what? No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't work. Did I glitch the game? I can't have. There's no way. Does not reset each day. Is in the outer room. Can't even access the elevator. What did I just do? I think I broke the game. Please don't. Please don't let that be the case. Please don't let that be. I need to access that plate. Can I get behind here? Can I go press the switch? That wouldn't change anything. I'm not going to get rid of the room that way. I have nothing. I have no other way to proceed there. But what I am curious about, where's the foundation over here? Ooh. What happened to you? Oh, cause it's not in the house. It doesn't have a painting to go in there. Huh. Electronic keycard. What if I could call it down here? Do not tell me that this is a secret that I have to do. That looks like a glitch to me. That looks like it's not supposed to be that way. Did I break the game? Okay. Apparently you can call it a day. And you'll have the option to remove it or something. I didn't really see. Wow, abandoned project. It's so weird not seeing the foundation there. I need to make sure this is okay. I cannot. I just wanted to see if the entrance hall could move over there, but that doesn't reset each day either. Neither does the antechamber. Why is the foundation stuck over there? Maybe it only works for one day. Okay, there it is. They said that. Oh, it's the repellent. Of course, it's the repellent. Oh, Lord. Master Simon, imagine my surprise upon arriving at the estate this morning only to discover a second foundation so casually situated among the trees and chirping crickets of the wet grounds. Now, I have never professed to be a skilled draftsman, and maybe this is not as intended a mistake as it appears. There is some chance that this redundant room is part of some greater strategy I cannot fathom, or perhaps more likely morbid curiosity simply got the better of you. However, should that curiosity wane and you come to regret your decision, this can of repellent will certainly prove useful. And Babbage. Thank you, Babbage. Press square in any room of your house. Starting tomorrow, that floor plan will be removed and from the house and draft pool for 1 week. What if I got rid of the entrance hall? No, no, don't think like that. Although it is tempting. I don't even know if it'd work. It depends if there's a prompt up here or not. I can't believe they thought of this as a back. Well, of course, they had to think of something. There's no way you wouldn't try this. There's no prompt? Oh, maybe it could work in the entrance hall. That would be hilarious. Okay, it's removed from the draft pool for 1 week, which is fine. Because I can get down there regardless. But what happens if it's... Oh, I guess it would look like how it just looked like when we went down there. I do kind of got to test. I have to make sure that it's gone. I can't believe we just read the drafting strategy that mentioned repellent, and I'm like, I've never seen that before. I guess you have to make a mistake to have it happen. Good to know. Good to know. I can't believe I'm on day 79 already. What do I have, like 60, 70 hours in this? Outer room's gone. Oh, thank you. That is good news. I do have to do this for science, though. The paintings are gone this time. Interesting. So, what happens if I got a key card and press this elevator button when it's not drafted? What would that do? How am I supposed to go to sleep when I have this question on my mind? Shit. I got very lucky. I had to build a long time, though. I built all the way, this entire path, all the way to the billiard room in the top right, where I got the key after the puzzle. That took forever. What do you do now? It does nothing. It does nothing. No. Well, someone has to test it. If you were wondering what happens when you press the elevator button with a key card while not having a foundation, nothing. And now I'm gonna go to bed.